Steelers Nation, what is good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. And we have a big video prepared for you today. We're going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off a win, making the playoffs once again under Mike Tomlin. They finished the season with 10 wins, 10 and 7 losses, but have a big matchup coming up versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, hey, shout out to the Steelers. They did it with a bunch of injuries as well as a third string quarterback as well. Just imagine the potential of this team going forward once they're fully healthy. Now, what I want to break down in this video is what they need to do versus the Buffalo Bills this weekend to absolutely shock the world. Now, I'll tell you one thing right off the bat. They will not go down easily. Even without TJ Watt here, they won't go down easily. Now, this is one thing that we need the Steelers to do all game versus the Buffalo Bills. And one of the biggest things about this game is Josh Allen has been turning the ball over like crazy lately, right? But the Steelers also rank top 10 in both sack percentage and interception percentage as well. Now, the Steelers do such a good job, and they have so much versatility along this front seven in terms of getting pass rush to the quarterback with Alex Highsmith, with the rookie Nick Herbig, but also with some of these interior guys as well as Cam Hayward, Keanu Benson. But on this play specifically, they have a 1, 2, 3, 4-man rush, right? But the defense in the secondary is absolutely elite. It's shut down, forcing number 25 to bounce inside here. Watch how he bounces in, bursts of speed, gets to the quarterback, and pushes him backwards. If the Steelers can come out of this game and, generate some pressure on this quarterback, they will win the game. And I'll tell you why. When you can generate pressure on the quarterback, you can do one of 5 things, right? You can force a bad throw, you can force a bad decision, you can force an interception, a sack, a forced fumble, and this is what the Steelers do so very well. Now, listen, they're going to have to come out here and play great defense. We know that the Steelers offense, can be pretty good. 34 points versus the Bengals, 30 points versus the Seahawks, and then just dropped 17 versus a good Ravens defense. But man, their defense is going to need to shut them down. But do me a favor real quick before we jump into the next play. Comment down below, who do you think needs to have an amazing game, outside of Mason Rudolph, for the Steelers to win this wildcard game? It's going to be very, very tough with the injuries they have. But comment down below who needs to step up the most. And also, what do you think the Steelers need to do offensively or defensively? Like, what is one major thing they need to do? In my opinion, it's stop get some pass rush. What do you guys think? But without any further ado, let's jump right back into some more film. Okay, so we already briefly mentioned, how they can get to the quarterback and force turnovers that way. But another thing that they can do defensively is force fumbles on the running back. Obviously, versus the Bills, you got a couple of, running backs in Latavius Murray and James Cook and whatnot. But they need to try and, not only stuff them, but force fumbles as well. On this play specifically, you see a young linebacker, Mark Robinson, a guy who, always tends to break out during the offseason, and a lot of people start to say he's the next up, and hey, you know what? He's been filling a big role as of late. So again, we're going to get an outside zone here to Melvin Gordon. Now, I want you to watch number 93 here, Mark Robinson, right? Gets, put onto the right guard here, but absolutely blows right by him, right? Beautiful. And then gets his hand in there. Once you watch this from the other angle, we're going to be able to see him actually force this fumble. This is amazing work by the young inside linebacker. Now, as we go to this angle, we see him right here again, block shedding. Watch it again from the start. Watch how he gets his arm in there, boom, uses his hands to force this fumble. If they can do this versus the Bills, I promise you guys one thing. They are going to be in this ball game. Again, let's watch it from this other angle just so we can see from start to finish how he gets through this play. So again, we got, obviously strong side to the right with Pat Ricard. You got a tight end here, and here's Mark Robinson. So his goal is to fill the gap. Fill this C gap. Obviously, let's see how he attacks it. He actually might bounce in, but you're going to see him early on depending on what 99 does here. Let's see what they run. So again, we got this outside zone, and boom, everything slides right. In this case, you see him sliding right as well because the offensive line slides right, and boom, here he goes. Going to attack that C gap. Boom, gets chipped, but it doesn't matter. Hey, when you get hit from a guy like 78 this hard off one foot, dude, you're probably going to go down, right? Nope, not Mark Robinson, and force the... Dude, this is different. And I'm telling you right now, Mark Robinson is someone I think could be a big-time factor going down the line, maybe in a couple seasons from now, but already playing a major role. Guys, before we jump into this next play, do me a big favor and smash that like button just so we can help get this video out to more Steelers fans around the world. But also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we're going to be covering the Steelers not only all playoffs long, but all off-season long as well. I plan on doing, film reviews for a lot of players here on the Steelers team. So comment down below a player that you want me to break down during the off-season. But I'm also going to be covering potential draft picks, potential free agent signings, and whoever they do draft and sign, I will make videos on those as well. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. But lastly, make sure you comment down below more film. That will help me understand that you guys are actually liking the film breakdowns and want to see more going forward. And as long as you guys do that, I will put out as much Steelers content as possible. And if this video gets over 300 likes, I will be posting a full offensive breakdown of this game as well and show you guys maybe where they can improve versus the Bills. Now, lastly, check out BetUS. It is my absolutely favorite sports book on the internet. Guys, you can do live sports, live betting, horse racing, live casino. It comes with everything. It's so fun, and if you use my code in the description, they will match your first deposit up to 125%. Honestly, it would be kind of dumb not to do it just to get that free bonus money. Go check it out, and here's a little clip I want to show you guys real quick because they are giving away Super Bowl tickets. Here's how you win. Alright, here we go. Back to the film on this play. Again, Mark Robinson makes an unbelievable play. So, we see here we got 3 linemen and an edge rusher stacked up on the left side. Now, what this tells the offensive line is most likely we're going to have an overload blitz to this side. However, what the Steelers did schematically on this play was amazing. You still have this edge rusher, Highsmith, who's going to try to attack the C-gap. Obviously, we have a fullback here, a tight end here, so anything over here is the C-gap. Now, what they're going to expect is, dropping back into zone coverage because that's what the Steelers usually tend to run. Now, on this play, they try something different here and send Mark Robinson. So, obviously, all of these guys, they watch a lot of film, right? These offensive linemen, they watch film. So, they know this setup looks like an overload blitz to the left side with one edge rusher coming on the right. So, what Power Card and what Charlie Kohler do is try to double team a superstar star edge rusher here in Highsmith, leaving this C-gap wide open. So, again, let's watch this play develop. We're going to get a play fake to the right side. Whenever you have a play action and then a defensive blitz, it never ends well, or usually never ends well for the offense. But again, you see him rotate right away to Highsmith, a distraction, and is very lucky that Mark Robinson has the speed to catch up to Tyler Huntley here very quickly. Boom, gets right in untouched, and they're setting another guy up the middle, but only 3 defensive backs. Guys, if they had any more time in the pocket, this could have been a big play, but Mark Robinson gets in there for the sack, and this is just what you want to see out of your defense, man. They take the risks, and sometimes it comes up clutch, and that's what it did here on this play. Now, again, I want to show you how it's so crazy how much influence film has on a team. Obviously, the only reason why they're starting to double team this is because when the Steelers run this formation, they run a lot of overload blitz on that side. This time they don't, and it really affects their offensive line, or Power Card and Charlie Kohler, and gets them a wide open, untouched sack from Mark Robinson, who again, looking really good, man, looking really good. Alright, here we go. This is the last play I want to show you. One thing that the Steelers need to do offensively is get big chunk plays. They need to have chunk plays in this game, and they could definitely win. So what we're going to see here is a quick little curl by, I believe this is Allen Robinson, and then a deep slant by Diontae Johnson. Now, you're going to see this concept is made to get these 2 DBs in man coverage, misaligned or kind of like bumping each other in a way, picking each other. And here we go. This is where we're going to get a nice little play. I think Allen Robinson does a good job sitting right here, and again, this DB's got to bite up on it, and this DB's trying to go this way with the slant. I think these two wide receivers timed this up absolutely perfectly. You see how Diontae Johnson didn't cut yet because he'd be able to get through. He waits until this DB is pushing up. That way, boom, once you cut there, wide open, hits him in stride, and gets him over the middle of the field. Boom, catch and run, and that is going to be a touchdown. Now, the one thing that I want to see differently from a guy like Mason Rudolph is I feel like he is very, and listen, no disrespect, this is just one little critique I have. He's been good. He's one of the main reasons why they're going to the playoffs. But when you watch him, and when I watch this play specifically, and I would have to break down some more film to see if he always does it, but this is just one play I see it. But I feel like he stares down his guy the entire way. Like, he doesn't look here. I guess he could be looking at Allen Robinson. Maybe that's a distraction to bring this guy up. I don't really know. But it looks to me that the whole time, ever since the ball snapped, he was looking at Diontae Johnson. Maybe I need to see it from the other angle, because to me it looked like he was, but for a split second there, maybe he was staring down Allen Robinson. But guys, it's so crucial when you can look down a certain wide receiver, bring a safety down, and bring a DB down, and then quickly turn, throw the other way, that it affects the defense so much. Let's see from this angle. So right here, it still looks like he's looking right. Can't really tell from this angle, but either way, maybe he does look off Allen Robinson. I don't know. But listen, I will say one thing. The Steelers, they're not going to go down easy, and they can definitely beat the Buffalo Bills. I'll tell you that right now. If they play good defense, if they can get to the quarterback, force some fumbles, I think this team can definitely make some plays, explosive plays offensively, and get to the quarterback, force some pressure, and the Steelers can win this game. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. And comment down below. Give me your score prediction, man. What do you guys think this score will be by the end of the game? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.